How you doing, guys? This is Carlos1991 and welcome back to the channel. So what we're going to do here today is we have our second event of the season in our Four Nations event. So if you're tuning in for the first time in this part of the series, what this is this is the Four Nations event where it's going to be Ireland versus England versus Scotland versus Wales. And those are represented, so Scotland's represented by Lee Walker, which is early 1981. We've Wales represented by Enforcer 3891, which is Philip Nash. And then we also have England represented by Tim Wilson, UK. It was obviously Tim Wilson, just in case you didn't grasp that. So we're here at Le Golf National. So this is going to be the host of this year's Ryder Cup. So definitely going to be a bit of fun to get around and play this one. Tight fairways, a lot of water, so it's definitely going to be a tough one to navigate. Coming into this, playing reasonably well. I had a pretty good round there about a half an hour ago. Things are really, really dialed in, so I'm just hoping I can continue that. First time out, didn't really score very well. Shot a -6 on a relatively easy Pebble Beach course. Just really couldn't get anything going, and I think when that happens, then you tend to lose a little bit of interest in what you're doing. So yeah, so hoping to at least get off to a good start here and give myself a good few chances. So here we have the first hole, water all the way down the left hand side. Hard to, I mean, I can go with driver, which it looks like Lee did. Yeah, relatively safe option. Wind should kind of bring that in off the left, and that should kick up there nicely. Yeah, perfect. Solid opening tee shot. So just in case you don't actually follow Lee's channel, I suppose I'm just going to leave the ghost in and let you watch him play. So he would have already played his round. I don't think the other two have yet. So it's just the two of us at the moment. Right, so 112 yards out into a bit of a wind, so we're going to have to give ourselves a good chance here to get this one relatively close. From what I can see anyway, and what I remember in playing this, is that left the flag is kind of where you want to be, if anywhere. So, ooh, we've hit that a little bit right, so definitely going to be above the hole and definitely going to have a tricky putt. But not a bad shot. Distance was good, just a small bit offline, but hoping we can get away here with a birdie. Okay, it's breaking quite a bit. And in she goes. Nicely done. Tough little putt that was. That was definitely a nervy one. I had to be confident of what I was doing with that, and definitely a good shot for sure. That's a cracking shot there by Lee. Wow, that'll be tough to get inside that for sure. So it's 195 down 12 feet. So roughly 191. That's definitely too much club in the 192, especially with that downwind. Could I loft it? It's a downhill putt if I go beyond the flag, and then the other risk is that I landed a bit too short and leave myself with a very tough up and down. So, decisions. Well, where's 179 gonna? Do you know what? I think that could be the club. I think if we can, like, obviously with that, there's a bit of a downslope there. We should definitely get a bit of a kick off that, and the wind helping there as well should definitely give us a bit of an advantage. So it's a good strike. Is it the right number? Ooh, I think we just a bit too far on the right hand side, so we got to kick off the fairway, which I don't think Lee got. I think he had a kick there off the rough, which probably slowed his up a bit more. But not a bad shot. Just another testy putt down 4 inches, which is going to be treacherous. We need to make sure we get the pace as good as we can. or we could leave ourselves with a very, very tough putback. Okay. Get in. Oh yeah. Super putt. Again, just another one of those nervy ones that, you know, you really want to go your way, and thankfully that one went in. So, positive start, 200 through 2. Matching Lee, which is pretty decent. And smashed another drive up the middle, so we're definitely giving ourselves plenty of opportunities, that's for sure. And we just need to keep that going, really. Okay, side by side with Lee, two pretty decent drives. This one's not going to be reachable, no. 266 up 10 feet. I mean, could land it over there, but is it even worth it? I mean, let's... And like the odds are then if I hit it too good, we could leave ourselves in a spot of bother. Whew, do I go for it or do I... Let's get a look over there by that flag and see. I think I'm going to just bail out. I'm going to play the layup shot and just rely on my short game to get the job done. So just going to go with the 4-iron up there. Hopefully give myself in around 50-60 yards. 58, which is perfect. A little bit of down loft. Should be decent. Sit, 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 sit. Ooh, just rolled out a little bit. Another downhill putt. And another one we hold. Okay, 3 under through 3. So headed into a one-shot lead there. For now, at least. Moving on to the fourth here. So 496 yards. Definitely going to be a long one. It's definitely going to be a 4 or 5 iron in as long as we hit the fairway. Got away with that. I didn't feel the follow through on that was anything particularly dazzling, but worked out just fine. Okay, so what have we won? Yeah, I was pretty bang on there. In around the 4-iron, or the 5-iron, I should say. Now, how hard to hit this? It's up 16 feet. I think I might just leave this one alone. It's going to have a bit of rollout. I'm just going to take another look here. Everything falls to the left. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and hit it. Looks to be moving a bit further left than I... Ooh, it's a bit short. Costly miss there. Just a bit of a misjudgment on the distance there, but we have a relatively straightforward pitch. We should at least be able to knock this one close. If not, maybe knock it in. I'm definitely going to give it a go for sure. Everything kind of falls to the left here, so just about letting it... Oh yeah, look at that. Judged it perfectly. Gave it enough there on the left hand side and let it just fall right into the hole. 4 under. So yeah, I remember this one here. It's a relatively short par. 4 we can kind of take it over the hill net, that kind of use the hill to kick it on down. Geez, you could almost go with a 3-wood down there. I don't... Maybe not. Maybe not. But definitely going to push this one down as far as we can. It's a relatively short shot anyway. So hoping that we've giving ourselves enough. A couple of kicks there in the rough should definitely slow that down. Just slow up, slow up, slow up, slow up, slow up. Perfect. Okay, so 85 yards. There's a bit of downwind there. I don't like that. I'm just going to throw a touch aloft on it, and I'm just going to hit it straight at the flag. And look at that, stunning, absolutely stunning. Definitely carrying in a bit of form. Played in the Only Fools and Horses, the Only Fools and Courses, which is very, very well named society. Before this, we played at the Parish Golf Club, where I shot 18 under for 18 holes, which was just absolutely fantastic. So hoping to try and continue that form a bit, and hopefully put in a decent score. So nice little draw there around the trees. Going to get hopefully a little bit of a kick to the left here on the fairway. Oh, didn't get a kick. Is it going to hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up? Whew. Just about. Just about. Got very lucky there. So it's playing roughly 94 yards. I'm kind of hitting against the slope as well, so we don't want to be short. And I reckon we could do with just a little bit of loft. Just trying to decide how much is enough. I reckon that could be the number. Looks good. Sit down there. Oh yeah, look at that. Two great wedge shots. One hole after the other. Nicely done, and great putt there. Wow. Super putt there from Lee. He came up a little short there with his second shot, but definitely made up for it there with the birdie. So the seventh hole here, as far as I remember from this one as well, you're looking at definitely a very big decision to make, and it's not so big, I suppose, in this round with that wind. Driver is just not the club there, so easy decision to make. 3-wood up there. That should be perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about too much. Hit it a little bit further right than I wanted, but at the end of the day, we're on the fairway. 278, which is a decent approach. So we're what? We're playing about it's 156. Definitely got a bit off it. We're playing about 153. Then you've got that downwind. So I'm definitely thinking that we're going to have to go with a club shorter. But how much do we really want to take off this? Decisions. I reckon we just go ahead and hit it. I'm just going to go ahead with it and see what we can do. Seems to like it. It looks good in the air. Is that going to kick on? Go on. Go on. Take that all day. And a birdie to follow up. Wow, great start so far. Definitely carrying on that form. And definitely kind of got off to a really, really hot start. We're 7 under through 7. We've birdied every hole, so it's really just about keeping that going now. We really need to just try and maintain that a bit. So it's 223. We're into an 8-mile-an-hour wind. Ooh, how much is that wind really going to affect that shot? I don't know if it's going to affect it enough for me to take the 2-iron here. Maybe if I loft it a little bit, might be able to take enough off it. Okay, so it looks good. I'm afraid to look down, but that needs to sit, that needs to sit, that needs to sit. Oh, look at that. Lovely, lovely soft bounce. Expected that to land a bit firmer than it did. So just hoping we can get this one in there and continue this run. Oh, in she goes in the side door there. That one was very nearly missing on the right edge, but do you know what? The gods are on our side today so far, so we're just going to go along with it. We're not going to question it. So on to the ninth, just the last hole of the front nine, and nice little par 5. And a nice opening drive. Not opening drive, but a nice first shot anyway, that's for sure. And look at that, just passing them out there by the yard. 300-yard drive on the button, but a long way back. If we had a downwind, definitely would be having a pop at that. But is there any real point in doing that to ourselves? So what I might do is I might just play the 2-iron if there's enough room up there, which there is. I'm just going to play the 2-iron and again, just rely on the short game. No need to do anything too stupid. I don't want to risk putting the ball up there, leaving myself on the green, and then about 60-70 feet away. Last thing you want. So I think myself and Lee had a very similar idea there. So last time I added a bit on and it ran past, so I'm thinking if I can just hit this one, it should be close. Oh, oh, that was very close. That was very close. And in she goes for another birdie. That's 9 under through 9. We're definitely setting things alight right here. Very hot start. Okay, I can see there that Lee has posted a score, so he has a very decent back nine, but definitely want to keep the foot very much flat to the pedal and try and keep this run going. So another nice tee shot down there, 318 yards again, very similar distance away now to as Lee. So just trying to decide. I think we're definitely gonna have to loft this up quite a bit. I don't want to hit the sand wedge and then leave myself possibly a mile short. I definitely don't want to do that. So I reckon that could be enough. Maybe a touch more. Please be on the number. Please be on the number. Oh, look at that. Oof. Just a little bit beyond. But again, 2 cracking shots in there from myself and Lee. And in she goes. Birdie number 10 on the round. So if you're just joining in on the video, actually I don't know why I'm saying this because it's not even a stream, but we're going to go ahead with it anyway because we're just after majorly putting our foot in it. So yeah, this is the Four Nations event, just so it's a reminder more than an announcement, which is England versus Wales versus Scotland versus Ireland. I'm obviously Ireland, and it's all against all, and the best at the end of the day, the best man's going to win. And we're each going to be streaming our own events. So there's Early 1981, Tim Wilson UK, and Enforcer 3891. So at the moment, it's only Early 1981, which is Lee Walker has played their round at the moment. So that's the one. I've included his ghost ball here for you guys, just so you can see both gameplay here. So I reckon we might have left this one a little bit out on the right hand side, and ooh, and very short. Wow, first mistake of the round. I think we might have needed to actually throw some loft on that rather than taking a bit more off. So we just a bit of a misjudgment there, but not to worry. Mistakes happen, and we're going to do our best to get up and down here and march on. So pretty decent if I can get that to spin back, which it does. And we're just going to tap this one in here for our par, hopefully. And in she goes. Okay, so moving along nicely. A little bit of an error in judgment there, but you know, like we said, we're through 11 holes at the moment. We're 10 under par. It's just about not doing anything too stupid right now. So I'm going to go with the driver here. I think we've enough room there, and the wind against us is severe enough that it should hold the ball up nicely. Yeah, plenty of room down there. Nice little kick, just kind of brings it more into the centre of the fairway. Still quite a long hole, 168, and it's all of it to get there. Up 11 feet, so it's another 4 yards on. We've got, now there's a bit of a downslope there by the looks of it, so I think once we just get this kind of on the green and moving, we should actually be in for a pretty decent result. Oh, so don't think we've moved that enough left, so we're going to find ourselves a little bit away, but not in a bad position altogether. I think we judged that pretty well distance-wise. We just didn't give it enough on the left-hand side. So putt isn't too difficult though. It's there's a tiny little break in it, which is definitely just going to require a little bit of attention, but I reckon we got this one. I'm just going to hold it there, see how that goes. It's turning, it's in. Wow, straight in the front door. It's another great birdie. So we're in and we're tied for the lead at the moment. That hasn't updated there on that side. The guys managing the scoreboard didn't get the call in on the radio from the course yet. So we're 11 under through 12 holes. So going along very, very nicely here. Just got to be smart here again on this hole. We don't want to. Don't think we want to do too much or put ourselves in too much trouble. So I might just take the 3-wood out. And just put the ball in the fairway. Just play it smart. There's no need for anything too strenuous at all. So we're about 164 yards out. Okay, wind kind of helping us a little bit, and off the right. Let's actually just zoom in there on that flag. So we've a bit of a slope to come up against, so I reckon we can just throw a little bit behind this. And watch this, should move in nicely towards the hole. So there she's starting to move. Is she moving enough? Oh, she is. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Ooh, a little bit too much, but again, not a bad effort. Not a bad effort at all. Wow, great shot there by Lee. Okay, another very makeable putt, but just requires a little bit of attention here. Breaks a little bit more at the start, and then kind of falls into the cup a bit. So I'm just going to play for it. Oh, and we've done it again. We have done it again, and into the lead. It looks like now. 12 under through 13 holes. Definitely just playing the round of my life right now. In intense competition conditions. There's a lot at stake here. Ooh, first mistake. We should get away with this. Fingers crossed. Oh, no, we haven't. So definitely first mistake off the tee anyway. Put ourselves in some seriously heavy rough here. We're going to find this difficult to advance. It's probably only going to go about 100 yards. So I'm just thinking if we just bail it out, and hopefully that should, yeah, that's perfect. Bit of a costly mistake there off the tee, just a little bit slow on the follow through and left it out on the right hand side, and now we've left ourselves quite a bit of work to do, but every bit of faith here that we can pull off a decent shot. Okay, so there's a decent strike with the 2-iron. Should come in nicely. Yeah, we'll take that. That's a solid effort there, considering. I'll take that. That's for sure. It's last thing you want to do, especially on par fives, is kind of leave yourself out of an opportunity to make the birdie. At least give yourself a decent opportunity, and with that, then you can kind of give it a go and know that you should have par in the bag. Okay, so it's breaking kind of similar to the last one we had. Oh, we've just been very, very lucky with the lines we've had today. We've had very, very similar lines, and just everything's worked out very, very well. Okay, it's a very short hole. I don't think we really need to do too much here. I'm just going to hit the. There's just it's way too tight down there, to risk hitting that driver. Okay, so sorry there, I got distracted by my distances. So it's playing about 117. It's kind of into the wind, but we're kind of playing off a little bit of a downside slope, so we kind of need to just knock a bit off it. But it's kind of just how much do we actually knock off? So I reckon we could just go with something like that there. We also want to make sure we get it across the water, so I don't mind going behind the flag a little bit. Perfect. Look at that for a shot. Oh, bit of a confident putt there. Wow. Hit that one a bit too hard and nearly missed, but look, it went in, and that's all that really matters at the moment. Okay, so I played this one earlier, and I kind of felt like that was ballsy going at that lead. Wow, I wouldn't have risked it. But then again, it's into the wind. Yeah, I was looking at it earlier in my practice round, and I was thinking anywhere out the left-hand side here is definitely a better place. You've got just a bit more room, I think, just rather than getting caught in that rough, and hopefully kind of work its way down off that slope. But I think with that breeze, we can actually just fire at it. I'm just trying to get the distance I want. I don't feel 100% comfortable with it, but look, we're going to go with that. Okay, decent strike. Looks good. That's in the air. Oh yeah, look at that. Get in. Oh lad. Oh, well done. Super putt there by Lee. So kind of racing out in front here, but the guys are going to have a lot of work to do here. 15 under through 17 holes. This is kind of a bit of a piss take right now. It's definitely one that I'm really have it turned on today. You know, I've hit, you know, I think 2 or 3 bad shots all around so far, and I mean, if you can play golf and hit those, just limit your mistakes down to something like that, then you know, you've got every opportunity to play well. So I think I'm just going to throw a flick of loft on it. I keep doing too much. Yeah, I think there. It's playing about 161 downwind. And I don't mind even... Oh, sit. Ah. Thought I might be a little short on it, but just ran it a little bit far. Definitely kind of wanted it to pitch just on the edge of the green, but not to worry. Definitely wouldn't put that down as hitting a poor shot. I think it was pretty decent. Just didn't work out, and that happens. You know, that's golf, and that's how it works. Real life or video games. That's the way it is. Tracking well. Ooh, it needs to slow down. Slow down. Okay, just a little bit too firm there, but again, a putt that we've kind of had pretty well so far this round. And likewise, tapped it in for par. I'm kind of happy enough with that. I mean, I don't need to... I just need to limit my mistakes going or just coming in now. I mean, 17 and 18 are quite tough holes, and it's just about, like I said, limiting those mistakes. It's not really a hole I need to hit driver on. I just need to find the fairway, which I've done. That should be in position A, really. Yeah, lovely tee shot, just passing out Lee there by a couple of yards. Okay, so it's 192 into it, or 189 I should say. So playing about 187. What we really want to do here is, to be honest, just keep it on the green. Right, lofting it slightly. I don't think that wind is going to hold it up too much, but I just want to keep this on the green. Looks good in the air. Is it the number? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Absolutely perfect shot. I don't think I could have played that any better. But what a way to finish it off. So if I can just get this birdie and really, really just make it tough work for the guys. Oh, a little bit firm. A little bit firm. A little bit of a rush of blood there. Got a bit excited by the thoughts of finishing 16 under and blew that one a little bit past. So there we go, 15 under. Wow. 4-shot lead at the moment, and I'm being very, very honest here. I'll find it very hard to believe that will be beaten. It can definitely be matched, but I do think with everything at play here, it'll definitely be tough to come along there and shoot 16 under. Of course, played tricky, but I think I just hit all the right shots that I needed to hit, and the putts were really good when I needed them, and I got really lucky, I think, with an awful lot of the breaks there. They were very, very similar each hole, and I kind of learned from that. And obviously with that was my girlfriend sneezing. It was absolutely ridiculous, but apparently it really hurt. It sounded like it did. But yeah, limiting those mistakes down to just kind of 2 or 3 little errors definitely helped it. And I suppose those kind of make up for the not going for the perfect 18 under, but 15 under. Absolutely delighted with that score, and a huge redemption from the first round in shooting 6 under. Putted really well and just played really, really well as well. So guys, hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button as well, and subscribe if you haven't, and obviously check out some of the other guys' channels. So Lee and Tim still haven't played yet, so if you want to check out Tim Wilson UK, Enforcer 3891, and also Early 1981 as well. Alright guys, chat to you later. Bye now.